people, what is going down? What is going on? Welcome back to another stream. Whew. 3 raves, 1 weekend. 1 weekend, 3 raves. I don't know at this point like how you want to say it, but yeah, essentially we've had 1 weekend and I've done 3 raves on the weekend. So rave like each of the following days, the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday, which is crazy. So if you watch my stream yesterday, was it yesterday? No, it wasn't yesterday, was it? Was it? Oh man, no, it wasn't yesterday. Jesus Christ, it was the day before. I said I was gonna come live yesterday and document like day two, and then I like didn't come live and document day two because it wasn't because I was like done in and like I couldn't handle it and I couldn't hack it. It was like literally like I'd got up and then it was like I'd got up quite like I'd had a bit of sleep obviously, but we'd got up and we'd gone like shopping and stuff, and then by the time like we'd come back from shopping, I was like cooking some food, and then by the time I'd like cooked food, I was sort of like getting ready to go, to get ready to go to the next rave, essentially. So this weekend has been truly amazing. It's been truly one of the best weekends that I have had in a very, very long time, as far as like for raving goes. And all three events that I've been to this weekend have been absolutely off the scale. And I feel so honoured, I feel so privileged, and I feel so blessed to have able to have been at these events and to have such a good laugh and to have such good vibes and to see so many people as well. It's just crazy, and to even see people who know you but you don't, sadly I don't always remember them, and I don't always think like know straight away like who a specific person is. Sometimes I jog my memory and sometimes I'm still thinking now like who was that person. But I've seen so many people. I've heard so many great genres of music and different variety of sets, from bounce music to hardcore music to hardstyle to techno to drum and bass, to UK hardcore, if I didn't say hardcore already, to like 90s house and dance. Everything has just been absolutely belting. It's been absolutely heaving all weekend. All the events that I've been to have just been absolutely buzzing with people enjoying the vibe and enjoying the bank holiday weekend. So I did speak on the last stream a little bit about Friday, but we'll touch up on it just because this is like the mega 3 raves 1 weekend, so we'll just touch up on each rave. But Friday was a charity event for my good friend DJ Porter, who's booked me for the Freshly Squeezed event that he's bringing to Hull, and he runs this monthly event on at Doncaster on Silver Street at the Tropical Bar, or the Tropic Bar, I think it's called. And he just does the last Friday of every month. He gets a range of local DJs down, and they just basically spin like bounce and clubland music and a little bit of Scouse House, and they just get a little thing rocking there. It's no like massive mega rave with like a massive headliners and or anything like that, but it's like just bringing a little something onto Silver Street, which is like right in the centre of Doncaster. It's bringing a vibe and it's giving people that chance who are sort of in town, maybe going around the town, having a few drinks in town, out in town for the night. It's just giving them people a chance to just essentially come and listen to a little bit more sort of like rave music. As obviously, like when you go into the centre of town, you don't always necessarily get that sort of like vibe of an event where it's just like playing rave music. The only sort of real time you hear like bounce and rave music, and even stuff like hardcore, as if there is sort of in sense like a Pacific brand or like a Pacific sort of event putting a rave on, as opposed to just going into just going into town and sort of hearing it. You're more likely to hear sort of like a guy who would spin sort of like R&B and then go into a little bit of like house music, and then maybe bring like a hip hop track in. So a guy who sort of has a specifically like a laptop with virtual DJ, or sometimes they will have a like a little DJ controller, but the music could be more commercial. They'd be more like sort of like younger, like a different generation going out, I suppose. Whereas you go into town, like I say, you don't normally hear, you don't normally walk up town and hear sort of like donk sets being blasted out. So it brings something a little bit different, and it works because there is a crowd out there for bounce music, and sometimes people don't necessarily know like it, and then they're on a night out and they hear a remix of a track that they really like, and they're going off to it. So it was a banging event. This one was raising money for cancer, and he's been doing these for a couple of months now, and I think this was his third one. So he used to run these events somewhere else, on the same street, more or less, but he used to like um, do it like further down, and it was more sort of like just him, DJ Porter himself, like spinning tunes in there, kind of almost like a residency in that club itself, but playing like bounce and clubland, and it used to go off quite well, and then for whatever reason there was some uh, issue with the venue or something, and it moved on to where it is now, and it's turned more into where they have a lineup, and they put different people on, and it does well. It works, and like I say, I missed the last two for various reasons, and I was sort of determined that for this one, I was just going to go and show my face and show me support. And with it obviously being sort of like raising money as well, it's a good cause, isn't it? Why not go and although I'm not really a big believer in giving money to charities, because I don't always believe that every penny goes to what you sort of like raising money and giving the money to. I do sort of feel that the charities they do take a lot of money off of that, and you can't always be trusted with some charities. But I know within sense that Porter actually putting the event on and wanting to raise money for it. I know obviously his heart is in the right place for it, which is why obviously I'm sort of down, and I was keen to support it. And also, he's a good friend of mine, and I enjoy going and enjoying the bounce music and enjoying the vibes. And he's booked me for his event as well, so I just thought it'd be nice to go down and show my face. And there was some other people there that are going to be playing the event, the freshly squeezed event as well. So it was good to go and see them as well, which was obviously the thing as well. And it was a belting night, and it was just really good. The tunes were going off all night, and there was a lot of like old school bounce, like old school like Scouse bounce, and there was stuff like Lock and Load, Blow Your Mind, and just some tunes that I've not heard for a long time. Some tunes that just I think take me right back, and stuff that I just thought, what, like I love it, absolutely love it. So it's just one of them things that I just thought, yeah, I'm enjoying this vibe. And then we left. We got a bit of food from a takeaway around the corner, and it looked like it wasn't going to be the best place to eat. And but we was just hungry. But the food was actually really banging. So I actually got a doner meat and chips. The layman got like a mixed kebab starter or something, because they did like they did curries as well. It wasn't just a kebab shop, and I've seen this quite a few times outside of Hull, where you'll get like a takeaway, like a kebab shop, and it'll do all your pizzas and your cheesy chips, and even like your fried chicken. And then they do like Indian dishes as well, and they do like curries and biryanis, and just like like all these like other types of food. And I'm thinking like we don't sort of have this in Hull. Like and I've seen it a couple of times now where there is a kebab shop that does all your normal kebab stuff and then will do like your Indian stuff as well. So it was obviously a little bit different to see. And again, like I haven't seen it much, but I've seen it a couple of times now where I'm thinking like, is this actually like a thing? Like, why don't they do it in Hull? Or maybe they do somewhere. Maybe I've just blind. I mean, Hull is quite a biggish place in itself, and I've not been to every takeaway in Hull. As much as I do love a good takeaway, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that sort of addicted to takeaways that I'd go to every one in Hull. I've got specific ones that I like going to. There's somewhere I think yeah we should maybe go and try a different one sometime. But yeah, so the food was banging, and then we got home, had a bit of sleep, and then Saturday it was obviously time to do it all over again. And Saturday was the Sounds of Havoc. So you might remember Havoc because I actually went to it last year and I reviewed it on the channel. And I sort of spoke about how amazing the event was, and it really was. And if I remember rightly, I did. I gave it like a really good review, and I think I'd even said at the time it was like one of the best raves that I'd ever been to, and at the time it really went well and truly was. But I think now we're in 2023. I've done so many events and so many raves, and they're stacking up, and I've gigged and played at one or two places now. I think like as far as like the best raves I've ever been to goes, I think it's just got to that point now where it's like so hard to pick because there's so many like banging events. Because the truth is you can go to a massive rave and it can be banging and you can think it's like the best rave you've ever been to, but you can go to a small event as well and you can have just as much fun. You can really enjoy a vibe anywhere you go. So I think it's sort of come to that point where it's so hard to narrow down and say like, look, what is the best rave that I've ever been to? But I think last year I did say at the time that Havoc was the best rave that I've ever been to because it was at the time it was banging it. There was 5 floors. It was belting. So this year was Havoc again. It took place again, and only by chance because I had two cancelled gigs that I ended up going. After a little bit of a mess about, I decided that I'm going to come along to Havoc, which is obviously the belting thing in itself. So yeah, so Havoc takes place at the Hive in Skegness, and it's just what can I say? Like I said, there's 5 rooms of different music. So there's drum and bass, there's techno, there's house music, there's hardcore. There's like a twisted 90s room that kind of plays a little bit of like 90s house and 90s trance, and a little bit of like early bounce and stuff like that. Um, and there's just so many amazing like DJs and sets that go off, and you've got some of the biggest names in the game that play at these raves, like Ian Vandal. There was Club Filler and MC Storm. There was Chris Unknown from Psy and Unknown. There was like Baby D. There was Technotronic from Pump Up the Jam. There was like Karen Parry who sang for Flip and Phil. Rebecca Rudd who obviously sang for like Ultra Beat and stuff, and I actually missed their set, believe it or not. It's one of those where there was just so many things going off and so many things going on that you just didn't know where to be. And if you caught one DJ in one room, you were missing something in another room. So it was one of those where it was like really hard to kind of like put yourself somewhere where you actually, want to be, because like wherever you were going to be, you were missing something in another room. And that is just kind of like I guess the shit thing about massive raves, like that you can't just be in like all these different places at once. But nevertheless, it was still a banging night. So again, I'd gone down with the layman. He was doing the pictures, and like every room, like I say, was just absolutely banging. And I saw so many people that I hadn't seen for a while, and people that that I was just having a catch up with. Kayleen Scar. I've not seen Kayleen Scar nearly a year, in just under a year, which is crazy. I think the last time I actually saw her was we did an event called Stormfest last year, and I think that's when we last saw. I think that's when I last saw her. That was something like the 2nd of July or something like that. I think that's what it was. I think it was the 2nd of July, or something like that. Or then was it the car after? I can't fully remember, but it's going on nearly a year. And then like as for Rob IYF, I think the last time I'd have seen him was literally a year. Was the Havoc a year ago, which is crazy. So it was nice to see them. It was nice to catch up with them. I met some new people as well. That obviously I've not met before, and just again Ben Critic. I've not seen him again for a while. And saw him, and just so many people, and then obviously some people like on the dance floor and stuff that obviously recognized me, and it was just a really good vibe. We didn't get home till like half. I think I got in about 7:15, or something like that, which was like crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I was absolutely shattered. I did feel quite tired towards the end of it, but I was buzzed. Nevertheless, we've consumed quite a few McDonald's as well, especially Saturday, because Saturday was obviously when we'd gone to Skegness, and I'd arranged with the layman. I'd said like, look, we'll grab, we're gonna grab some food on, while we're there, it's sort of on the way kind of thing. And then time just got on, and time got on, and then like we was actually, I don't want to say we was late, but definitely didn't really have time to like proper sit and get some food. So I called in obviously into McDonald's, and just grabbed a little something, because I hadn't really eaten much, and obviously because I'd thought we're gonna stop somewhere and get some food, and so sometimes we'll call it a takeaway and just grab some before we leave Hull, that kind of thing. So we hadn't. So luckily, we stopped at like a filling station, and there was a McDonald's like near it. So I literally like ran across, realised I had to climb over a little fence, because the like filling station car park, and there was a KFC car park, and it was like separate to the McDonald's, and the only way to get to the McDonald's was to like walk out of the petrol station and walk right round this long road. So I thought I'm just gonna climb over the fence, and so I ended up doing that. But I just essentially grabbed something, because I just needed to grab something, because I hadn't had out. And then on the way back, we stopped there again, because we normally, after an event, we normally do stop at a Mackey's. It's like something that we just do, because it's the only place that's open at like them crazy amount of times in the morning. And it was on McDonald's breakfast then, so we just grabbed something quick. And then, like I say, got in probably about 7:15 or something like that. And then I think I slept till probably about 1:30, or something like that. And then I woke up and sort of just chilled in bed for a bit, browsed my phone, all the rest of it, and then went off and did a bit of shopping, and then was more or less ready to go raving again. And Sunday it was back to Doncaster, to Future Beats at the Doncaster Warehouse, with headliner Billy Gillis. And what an event that was! What a night that was in itself. The Warehouse, there's just something about the Warehouse. It is honestly like one of the best nightclubs in the UK. There's just a vibe about it. There's something about it. The events are always packed in there. People love the venue. People love the vibe in there. People can't get enough of the vibe in there. And it just always goes off, like whatever event you go to, like 9 times out of 10, it goes off. and it's just crazy that they just absolutely ram it all the time with these events, and people love it. And again, going there, I saw so many people that I knew, and so many people that was obviously like just recognizing me, and I kind of felt like a little bit of a superstar. And I'm like, God, I'm just raving. Do you know what I mean? So many people hugging me, so many people like asking me how I was doing, and just the vibe in itself. I want to give a massive shout out to a couple of people actually as well. I want to give a massive shout out to Sai, to Synergy, and to Paul W. Ford. So for Sai, for giving me a VIP wristband, and letting me like go backstage, and stuff like that. It was not expected. I know, like, because I go down with the layman, so I go on his plus one, which for me, like, I'm very grateful that I get that opportunity, but it's not like it's for me, like, if I had to pay for a ticket, like, I'd pay for a ticket. You know what I mean? I'm not. I go there to enjoy the night, and I go there to support the vibe, and the brand, and I'm just very grateful that that these people give me that wristband, and and all the rest of it, and that I can just come and enjoy these events with the layman. It's a privilege, and I'm forever grateful for to because I've witnessed some great nights. Just not that I want to sound like, oh yeah, I get to do this and that because I'm a pals with the layman. I'm very grateful for it, and and it is a buzz in itself. But I just want to say a massive thank you, because it's a good vibe, and not only that, when you do 3 raves in one weekend, going into that back room is it really does give you a good chance just to have a sit down and a chill as well, because in when you're in the main part of the warehouse, there's so many people in there, it gets so warm, and it's too crowded out there as well that you can't always get a seat. And then if you sit outside, like it's actually quite cold out there, so you can sit back there, and you can just essentially just have a little bit of a chill out, and it's nice in that sense. And I want to give a shout out to Paul W. Ford as well, who also let me go into his VIP section at Havoc as well. It was really nice to go in there, and to sit down as well again. And I had again, it was I was sat down. I was talking to a lot of people, like DJs who were playing there that I hadn't seen for a while. Who I played at events with myself, and like I say, it was a vibe. It was it was an enjoyable vibe, and I was obviously just buzzed, up in itself. That obviously, I got that opportunity to again and again, it was a place to chill. It was a place to sit down and chill away from the crowd of ravers, and just had a good laugh sat there as well. So that was obviously a good thing, but. Yeah, so going back to Sunday, the place was rammed, the outside, the inside. I was doing a lot of raving outside and inside. Outside, Terence was just absolutely going off with like Donk and hardcore, and God knows what else. And inside was again going off with like Donk and hardcore and hard style and early hard trance, and the vibes were just absolutely lit. The vibes were just absolutely going for it. Which was an amazing thing in itself. And what can I say? It was just absolutely banging. So all 3 raves, they've been absolutely banging. They've been on another level. They've been on another scale. And like I say, it's just an absolute buzz. It's a privilege. It's an honour to be able to be part of to be part of these events, and to attend these events, and just to be a part of the rave scene in itself. It's a really fun, sort of like environment to be in. It's this DJing thing. this whole journey is a fun hobby, and a lot of people say like that, that there's a lot of drama and there's a lot of politics, within the rave scene, and don't get me wrong, there is, but it's how people make of it, it's how people react, it's how people see themselves, it's how people put themselves in the rave scene. I don't care about that. For me, I could not give a monkeys who's falling out with who, in the rave scene. For me, I go and do what I do. I go and do what I enjoy. I don't have issues in the rave scene. I don't have fallouts with people. I don't have politics. I don't. I don't go there and say I can't do this and that for various reasons. I go and support anything, enjoy everything, buzz off everything, and do me. And there's all people are never raving again, or I'm retiring me. There's too much politics. It's how you make of it. If you get involved in something, or you associate yourself with something, um, or you go around making drama in the rave scene, then but boo to you, just play your music, enjoy your tunes, it's why we're here. Support the brands, support the events, and if you can't play at a various event for because someone else is on the lineup and you don't like him, think why, have a good look at yourself, and think why can't you do that, and why are you going to make other people suffer because you don't get on with somebody? I mean, don't get me wrong, so some guy could have absolutely completely massively done you wrong years ago, or for whatever reason, you maybe not necessarily want to associate with that person, but if so, text a promoter, and just say it in the nice possible way to the promoter. Look, and I can't come to your brand because of this person, and just give the, without airing all your drama, just give the promoter a little insight, as to why you can't come as such, and and then obviously, like, what I was gonna say is like, don't go wearing it all over Facebook, because then it makes the other guy respond, and then it causes, and that's what causes all the unnecessary drama that obviously I feel, and I believe that that the scene doesn't need, but like I say, for one weekend, 3 raves, absolutely banging, absolutely belting. The next booking for me is Reflection. It's not next weekend, it's the weekend after. B2B with Edo from Hull. I'm quite looking forward to it, because I'm not a massive lover of B2Bs, but I do kind of like to do them at the same time because it's intriguing to see like how they're gonna work. I do personally feel sometimes like it's a little bit sort of like it's not that good, because like like yourself, you get a shorter set because like every so many tunes it's someone else playing them when you could be playing them. But we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll just see how it rolls. In that sense, I've got bangers in mind that I'm gonna play, and I've also just been inquired about another booking today as well, where I think, if I'm right in saying, I'll be playing a hardcore set, but it's not for a while. It's a little bit of a in advance booking, which is a good thing. Well, not necessarily a good thing, but it's something that obviously, is going to be quite belting. It's going to be one of those kind of like, I'll be planning a set quite late, because I think, if I'm right in saying, I think, I go on my family holiday. So if you don't know, I've mentioned this in streams before. In sort of like mid to late August, I've got a like a family holiday, where I'm actually at, like, it's my nan and granddad's, it's like a wedding anniversary, but it's like quite a big, I can't remember which one it is, but it's like quite a big one, and they booked a holiday for us to go over to the Isle of Man, and they've kind of like, sort of like told me like, they've laid down the law and said, look, no, don't take any bookings on that day, make sure you're free, we want you to come on this holiday, kind of thing. So I've gone like, all right, yeah, fair enough, I'm down, I'm free. which you know, I'm looking forward to the holiday. I'm a little gutted because it's like around the area where like, you know, all the big festivals are going off, but you know, and a couple of years back, I wanted to go to festivals myself before I sort of started hitting all these different raves. And again, this holiday, because of, you know, like we've gone to the Isle of Man around this time before, and it's always like meant that I've had to miss the festivals. So I'm a little bit gutted in that sense, but I'm looking forward to the holiday nevertheless. But yeah, so I think I go on the holiday, and then I think I'm on the holiday for a week, so I'm there for a full week, and then I think the day I come back off the holiday, and then I think that the gig, this new gig, is actually the following week after, so I come back. And then I've got the week, and then at the weekend it's that event. Do you know what I mean? So I'm kind of like, you know, so I suppose like in a sense, like I've got a week to put like to plan like what I'm gonna play. But obviously like it's just one of them. You know, so we'll see how it goes. You know, we'll see what happens. In that sense, and you know, we'll take it from there. We'll just absolutely take it in that sense, you know, because I mean, I do like to plan sets, just so I've got a rough idea of obviously what I'm going to play. My next one, Reflection, because like, you know, it's just under 2 weeks away, but I'm going to start having a little bit of a think about what I'm going to bring to the table during my B2B. You know, B2Bs are always hard. You can't always specifically plan something, but I'm going to like put some tunes in mind that I think, yeah, I'm going to drop this on the B2B, and obviously take it from there. I don't know who's going to start the set either. You know, so we'll, you know, we'll see how it goes from there essentially. Um, so yeah, what can I say? In that sense. So yeah, free, like I say, free raves, one weekend. That has been it. So make sure to like, comment, share. We'll see you all next time.